Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tracy Mapfumo. I'm the founder and managing director of Any Streets Private Limited. You'll get to know more about what we do. And I was also a participant of the first circular economy cohort, which was really an interesting program. So what we do at Any Streets, we are a company that manufactures snacks or it's a wide range of seed-based, wholesome, which you might want to call nutritious snacks, which includes energy bars or snack bars, seed butter, trail mix, and the ingredients that we use are sourced locally from small-scale producers, mostly in regions 4 and 5 of Zimbabwe. And we also recently started offering services. We train rural women groups or rural women and youth groups on food value addition. And we partnered with the Zimbabwe Resilience Building Fund last year, and we managed to launch a business for 30 women in Berengwa who are adding value to marula nut snacks. I have them here, and I'll show them around. And then, these are the products that we make. So a range of snack bars, snack bowls, seed butter, sesame seed butter. My experience here at the circular economy cohort was really a learning journey, because I got to understand, like what Helen, my colleague, was talking about, that we were circular, but we didn't know what it was. So I got to understand what circularity is, that it eliminates waste, like we design out waste and pollution. And also the various principles also includes retaining the value of something for as long as possible and having regenerative natural systems. And I got to understand that there are business models, circularity business models, and the strategies that are involved if you want to be circular in your business. And we had to work on a circularity deck. We had to do a checklist for our businesses, like how circular are we, and actually coming up with a percentage, and how we can measure circularity, the impact of our circularity as a business or as an organization, and how we can finance circularity as well. What was most interesting to me were the field trips. We got to visit Kufunda village, like what Helen was saying. It was really amazing. We got to see what is possible in Zimbabwe and what is being done in Zimbabwe. At Kufunda, they are doing biodynamic farming systems. They've got eco buildings where they use less cement, and they have compost toilets, like what Helen was saying, and they also have wood-saving stoves. Women are trained on how to make those wood-saving stoves. They don't cut down trees. When you get there, you're like, oh, where are the houses? Where is everything? Because they don't just cut down trees. And when we visited Petrico Zim, this was really an eye-opening experience, because I got to understand what sustainable extended producer responsibility, I hope I got that right, where companies are actually going an extra mile on what happens to their packaging, what happens after they sell a product, like way away is away, like what Helen was saying. And this was an eye-opening experience where they showed us what they're exporting, what happens to the PET bottles. And then we visited, I don't know what happened to my picture there, but it was Helen's picture, refuse collection services. Again, I got to understand what happens to the waste, what happens to the cardboard paper, what happens to the plastics and everything. And how we are incorporating circularity in our business is through eliminating fruit waste in particular. Globally, it is estimated that of the food that we produce, 10% goes to waste. So we are producing and then we end up wasting. But then a circular economy has got food systems that do not waste, like that do not create food waste. So I've had the opportunity to visit Mbare Msika 2 years ago on another young entrepreneurs program where we interviewed banana farmers and banana vendors who are mostly coming from Manicaland. And they all talked about post-harvest losses of bananas. And it's mainly due to logistics issues and other issues. So it made me realize that, okay, you know what, bananas can get to a point where they're overripe and these vendors cannot sell them directly to customers, but or an entrepreneur can dry, or any other business can dry the bananas or oranges or pineapples, and then we incorporate them into our snack bars. So we've got a fruity seed bar, which is made with sesame seeds, flax seeds, like what we do with the other seed bars. But then it's mostly dried bananas, dried pineapples, and dried oranges. So that's what we've been doing it, but we didn't know that it was circularity. And also, we always focused on regenerative food production, which is part of circularity, or one of the circularity principles, that we have to have regenerative natural systems, where the way we produce food will reduce the amount of synthetic fertilizers, greenhouse emissions. So we incorporate ingredients that are wild harvested or that are grown organically. I don't want to mention that, otherwise I'll be going the wrong way, but it's grown without fertilizer. So even though it's not organically certified, but a moringa tree growing in a rural area or a rural homestead or a rural honest orchard is not grown using pesticides, chemical pesticides and synthetics. So we've got a baobab and blueberry seed bar, and we've got a moringa and ginger seed bar. We've got a dark chocolate and moringa seed bar. So we can eat something that is produced in a regenerative manner. You can go back a little bit. Then recently, or should I say yesterday, we launched our new packaging. It was really a long journey. If someone runs a business in Zimbabwe as a small to medium enterprise, they will understand that even if you want to improve your packaging to be sustainable, it's not an easy journey. It's really a struggle. So, but we managed to change from cellophane. We used to use cellophane bags. Cellophane, like 100% cellophane bags, are made with cellulose, which is plant material, meaning they're biodegradable. But for them to be heat sealable and waterproof, they're additives, which then make them non-biodegradable. So that's what we've been using. But then we have shifted to paper packaging. So we've got our bars wrapped in a non-greaseproof paper, or greaseproof paper, sorry, and then into a paper packaging with soft lamination, meaning it's biodegradable. I'm still like wanting to know which one is the correct way, biodegradable or compostable. But then that's where we're heading to, and it's also recyclable. So that's like our recent achievement. And this was through the circular economy program, because when we wanted to upgrade our packaging, we were thinking, oh yeah, plastic like anyone else. And we actually had our designer design a plastic packaging. But then later on, we realized, okay, the world is going the other way now. Like the trends, circularity is a topical issue, and we have to prioritize sustainability in our organization or in our brand. And why do we talk of, sorry, can you move to the next one? Okay, we also have sesame seed butter, which is, we used to package it in a plastic tub, but now we use a glass jar, which can be recycled over and over again, just like the mayonnaise glass jar. After you use it, you can wash it, you can use it to store other foodstuffs. And then, the reason why we're talking about circularity more and more is it will minimize or ease pressure on our environment. Right now, the environment offers services and resources that we all need, the air, the cleaning, the water. But then when we continuously mount up pressure on it, not managing our waste and everything, it will actually have negative impacts on the way we live here. So circularity means we're taking care of our environment, and it creates vital ecosystems from the food systems, like I was mentioning. And it also stimulates innovation. Like I was talking about the packaging, we were thinking, oh, the usual way, but then we became innovative on how we now package our products. And it then ends up creating jobs and boosting our economy. It is estimated that the global circular economy will be 4.5 trillion, will be worth 4.5 trillion US dollars by 2030. Because when we've got other players jumping on board or realizing opportunities in the circular economy, we are also boosting our economy. And we need support, as I'll speak representing entrepreneurs. We need support if we are to become more and more circular. We need a systematic change on how we do things. Just everyone, the way you even choose your household appliances, the way you manage your waste, like Helen went on about, the way you, or even just turning off the tap, something like that. But then, like I mentioned, that we are reducing or we fight against fruit waste. For it to have significant impact, we have to scale up our business. So in that manner, we need finance to scale up the business from where we are. At the moment, we're operating in Harare, and we supply 10 stockists, upmarket stockists, because we target health-conscious, upmarket urban health-conscious consumers. But we are also in Bulawayo, where we are selling to 2 stockists. But if you can scale up and then supply, for example, all food lovers in Zimbabwe, then the impact will be significant. We can even measure that how many banana farmers are now not losing their bananas because we are using that, we are drying bananas and incorporating them in products. And we also need partners to adopt circularity. You can't be circular in your own vacuum or in your own corner. But if we decide, okay, everyone has to consider sustainable packaging, then we need more people to jump on board and have more businesses that are now circular. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tracy, for such a nice presentation and informative. My question is, which we are currently experiencing issues whereby these natural foods are becoming more expensive than other types of food. How competitive are your products from that perspective? I was just alluding to getting to the point of probably there should be a policy assistance for you to be penetrating the market effectively.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I agree to that. Thank you very much for that. And I agree to that. In terms of policies, we really need, what can I say, the stakeholders to actually consider what we're doing, especially when we are improving the local market or assisting the local producers by creating a market for them. Yeah, I understand that natural or healthy 100% organic food can be more expensive, but if this is done on a large scale, it can make sense and it can be affordable to any regular citizen. Our products are not really out of reach. So when we were using the cellophane bags, it was $1 for a bar or a packet of seed balls. Right now, we have changed the packaging. We've got a range of 11 product lines. And I think only 2 remained on the $1 price, and the rest are now $1.50. Yeah, so it's really not out of reach, because 80% of our ingredients are sourced locally. Sesame seed is grown all over, Mzarabani, Rusape, and everything. Yeah.
That's our point of departure.
Oh, okay.
How can we enhance protection policy towards your industry?
All right.
Any additional?
Okay, thank you. I've observed that your products are quite affordable, and what you're doing is quite impactful. So I think my point more or less correlates to what these two gentlemen were saying. Mm. I think your costs can penetrate the market. Your products can attract the market. So there is a missing link somewhere, somehow. I don't know if it's the government which is supposed to support you guys, or I don't know if it's you guys who are supposed to be more aggressive with your marketing, but I feel like you have quite a good product which can make it on the market, but there is a missing link. Okay. Maybe the analysts or the business experts in here can probably assist on that one.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, indeed, there is. I can't say 100% that there is a missing link, because we've been getting support from various programs that support entrepreneurs. But then for the impact to be significant, like I said, it has to be meaningful. If it's financial support, if it's the resources that we need. If I can tell you the journey that I went through, it took a year for us to get here, because companies that offer packaging who have minimum order quantities of 1 ton of packaging. So if you want, you can imagine how many of these, you need like 1 million of these to get to 1 ton. And when you get a quotation, it's like beyond our reach as young entrepreneurs, and you need machinery. If it's something that's specialized, you want a specialized machinery, you want an engineer to make something that's specialized to your product. We have tried to work with an engineer from a local institute just to get like a very small machine. It couldn't do the job. So indeed there is a link, but we can't completely say that we're not getting support. Yeah.
Okay, so you talk about getting low quality, unsaleable produce from farmers. Is there some of that is just totally not usable, but that could be used in, say, a livestock arena?
Oh yes, there is. If we, like I said, Circularity to stimulate innovation. If our byproducts can be used for something else, for livestock, then it means we are not wasting anything in the whole food value chain. Yeah, so there are opportunities for people to be innovative with our local produce.
Hello. I just want to find out whether the medicinal value of your products is being exploited, because I see baobab and bananas. And there's so much in it that we read about, and the value to the body, and various problems that people face.
Oh, okay, thank you very much for that. We actually operated for, I think, 2 years without doing a nutritional analysis. Again, it was beyond our reach, because you need to have a nutritional analysis for every product line that you have. But we managed to do that, so we can even say, if you are consuming a baobab and blueberry seed bar, this is how much energy it has, this is how much protein it has, this is how much unsaturated fats it has. But for things like the vitamin C content, although there are some tests or nutritional analysis that we could not do because of cost, or maybe because they're not done locally. Yeah, so for us to have that whole range of the nutritional value, at the moment we can tell you that baobab contains vitamin C that's 6 times what you get in oranges. But if you are actually to measure or to test this seed bar, it would then need more and more lab tests to be done. Yeah. Oh, it is? Yeah, it has been done already, but this is a combination of various ingredients. So it's different from consuming a raw baobab fruit. When you then consume this, you're consuming sesame seed, sunflower seed, flax seed, dried blueberries, so it becomes a different product.
Okay, I think you can take one more.
Thank you. I was going to wait until I sit in front there to present, but I'm going to preempt. I'm looking for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm representing 2 organizations, but the one that I'm looking for you from is an organization called PFAN, Private Finance Advisory Network.
Yeah.
What people are talking about, in fact, when you are speaking, I understand you completely. For a small organization to start and get to where you are, you've invested so much of your own funding, and you need a bit of help to pick you up. So what Private Financing Advisory Network does, it's a global organization which is funded by UNIDO. We look at organizations that are ready to transition from development to commercialization, which is exactly where you are. And we help you with additional coaching. You were talking about all the other things that you need to get your business there. You need, maybe you need some feasibility studies, maybe you need, you need to get your project to bankability, basically. So PFAN provides that service to you for you to become bankable, and then we link you up with financiers or with investors. And the investors that we look for you for, they can, okay, we can go below $1 million, but ideally we like to look for at least $1 million to about $50 million US for you to be able to do what you need to do. And right now, so I'm not going to present about PFAN afterwards, so because I'm already talking about it. So there's issues to do with the projects that we're talking about. We look at projects that are in climate adaptation, climates that are in clean energy, and also as recent as this month, we're actually looking at financing women. So you're fitting all the boxes, you're ticking all the boxes. I really, really need to talk to you, and we need to talk more.
Thank you very much.
And on that note, I think we should take a break very briefly.